Anyway, guys, look how beautiful that is. I'm about to show you the relaxing process of how it's made. My name is Kat, and I've been painting for 7 years, but this is my very first painting YouTube video. So I wanted to say thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy. This process is Bob Ross but space. It looks a little chaotic and a little messy in the beginning, but it evolves into something really beautiful. And along the way, you find all these little magic moments. And I guess that's a really good analogy for life. You start with a canvas with the colours on it and add white, and then the job is to tease the white out into these beautiful flows. One of the reasons why I think structures in the universe look so beautiful is the way the laws of nature make matter flow and coalesce. And we get to do the same on a canvas. Anything the brush touches, it destroys. So the process is to keep the things you love and dance with the things that you don't, adding these beautiful long sweeps and flows and playing with it in the same way that a kid jumping in a puddle would play with water. And there are things in this early stage that look beautiful and will not make it to the end because they will be destroyed by the process. And that's totally okay. It's important not to hold on to them too much. New things will be made in their place, just as magical and sparkly as the last. In many ways, it's kind of nice not to think too hard about what to do. Instead, enjoy sweeping the paint through the darker colors and contemplating the universe. Many of the paints that we use are made of metals. In this case, the white is made from titanium. It's commonly made when dwarf stars explode in a Type 1a supernova. And that happens when the dwarf star gorges on a companion star and becomes so massive that it explodes in a dazzling display, spreading heavy metals and elements across the cosmos. And one of those is titanium. These particles and heavy elements coalesce and form giant rocks, in our case, like Earth. Those minerals mined, refined, and turned into paint. It's quite adorable, really. The paint is making a self-portrait of itself from an earlier lifetime. When you're being creative, being too precise can remove some of the charm and humanity out of what you're doing. Those happy little accidents are really what give artwork creativity and all of life its rich texture. In amongst the mistakes are new discoveries, and these discoveries will help you create your own unique style. I feel like I've had the same experience with making YouTube videos. This being my first is littered with mistakes, from not setting up the lighting properly to forgetting to focus the camera, to all sorts of different things. But sometimes you just have to go through those times. Part of becoming good at something means being bad at something to start off with, and that is totally okay. It's just all part of the process. Now we're going to add some stars. These look very quick to apply, but they're actually the slowest part of the painting process. Thousands of taps for every single star. We're now coming to the final editing stage. I want to make this section look a little bit more 3D, so I'm glazing in some darker magenta tones. I'll eventually glaze it so that it forms a web-like structure, and it's these subtle details that really bring the image together. Adding in some highlight pops. This brings a focal point to this bright area that's bursting with light. I'm using a very delicate, small brush just to create these billowing clouds. I can't stop smiling. It's really hard to sum up in words. These little tiny details, they make me feel so happy. We've almost completed the final image, adding in little stars using a splatter method, but also placing lots of them by hand. I'm using a little brush to remove ones that don't fit quite right. Honestly, I really appreciate you being so patient and forgiving whilst I learn the ropes of creating YouTube videos. This is the first of many I've made for you, so you being here until the very end means the whole universe to me. Now, all I need to do is sign it, and our happy little nebula is done. If no one's told you today, I want you to know that you are loved and appreciated more than you could ever imagine. In this vast universe, there's only one magnificent you. Liking and subscribing is optional, and if not today, I hope to win them next time. Until our next encounter, may the wind always be at your back and your skies full of stars.